Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's split is getting messy. After 19 years of marriage, Kidman filed for divorce yesterday in Nashville, citing irreconcilable differences. A source tells People the split is, quote, turning dramatic, and Urban seems to have already moved on. A video of a recent performance shows Urban changing a lyric to a song he wrote about Kidman. Meantime, People says the pair has agreed to a parenting plan for their daughters, giving Nicole the bulk of custody.
After nearly 20 years of silence, Nicole just exposed what really went on behind those perfect red carpet smiles. Not the shouting matches, not the lawyers, but the quiet, deliberate decision that changes everything. When Nicole Kidman filed for divorce from Keith Urban after 19 years together, there was no emotional interview, no crying on television, and no cryptic social media post. Instead, the truth appeared when no one expected it, in a court filing. And what that filing revealed stunned everyone.
In Paris for Dior's runway show. Meanwhile, there's a report that the couple's prenup included a so-called cocaine clause.
Nicole would pay Keith $600,000 for each year of marriage, but if he started drinking or using illegal drugs, he'd forfeit the payout. That's an extremely rare and specific clause, but it reflected real-life concerns.
Barely 4 months into our...
Nicole Kidman, one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses, asked for nothing. No spousal support, no ongoing payments, no financial ties of any kind. She simply walked away. Why would someone do that after building a life together for nearly 2 decades? Was it love, pride, or something far more strategic? The answer is buried in years of quiet preparation, smart choices, and the kind of independence most people only dream about. Nicole didn't just end a marriage, she executed a plan. Every clause, every signature, every decision led to this moment. A clean break that looked less like heartbreak and more like control. Because sometimes, the real story of power isn't in what you take from someone, it's in what you refuse to need. When Nicole Kidman filed for divorce from Keith Urban after 19 years of marriage, everyone expected a public statement, maybe an interview or a social media post, but she said nothing. Instead, she revealed everything through a court filing. And that filing told a story more powerful than words ever could. Nicole and Keith both agreed to give up spousal support completely. No money from her to him, and none from him to her. Just a clean break. But why would anyone walk away from a 19-year marriage without asking for financial help? What made Nicole so sure she didn't need anything from her husband? The answer lies in how she planned her life long before this divorce ever happened. Nicole and Keith had a prenuptial agreement signed back in 2006. That document kept their money completely separate for the entire marriage. Nicole kept her movie earnings, and Keith kept his music money. Everything stayed divided. Can you imagine being married for almost 2 decades and still keeping all your money separate?
What was the horse's name?
Oh my God. All right, everyone think about that. We will see if we know that at the end.
Where's his hands? Where's his hands? See,
I was typing the trivia question. I'm producing here.
I don't know, dude.
But
you might need to get a camera seeing where your hands are.
Can I say one thing here? I never gloated.
This setup wasn't about lack of love. It was about security. Nicole had already been through a painful divorce with Tom Cruise years before. That experience taught her a powerful lesson. Always protect yourself, no matter how much you love someone. So when she married Keith, she made sure she could walk away at any time without being trapped financially. And that is exactly what happened. When Nicole filed for divorce, the court documents showed how smart she had been. She didn't need to fight or negotiate for money because everything was already protected. This wasn't generosity. It was power. It was a strategy. It was freedom. By keeping her finances separate, Nicole made sure that if love ever faded, she could walk away with her dignity and independence intact. Would you have done the same if you were in her shoes? Or would you take the support you were legally entitled to? Money is often the biggest issue in divorce, but for Nicole Kidman, it wasn't even part of the conversation. She is one of the highest-paid actresses in the world, named by Forbes as the top-earning female actor in 2024. She has starred in blockbuster films, award-winning shows, and successful production projects. With that kind of success, why would she need spousal support? The truth is, she didn't. And that's what made her decision so bold. Most people in long marriages rely on their partner's income, but Nicole always made her own money. Throughout their 19 years together, she earned millions from movies and TV. Her show, Big Little Lies alone, paid her over $1 million per episode. Keith Urban, while a superstar musician, didn't earn as much as Nicole overall, but both of them were financially stable. Nicole's choice to waive spousal support wasn't just about money. It was about image and control. She wanted the world to see that she didn't need anyone to support her. She built her own empire, and that independence became her strength. Isn't it amazing how confidence can come from not needing anything from anyone? By walking away without $1 of support, Nicole also avoided the stress that comes with long-term financial entanglement. No monthly payments, no checking in about income, no ongoing ties, just peace of mind. Imagine how freeing that must feel after nearly 2 decades of marriage. Her decision also shaped how people saw her. No one could say she married Keith for his money. No one could say she took advantage of him. By refusing support, she sent a clear message. She loved him, but she never needed his wealth. She proved that success and independence can go hand in hand. In Nicole Kidman's divorce, the most emotional part wasn't the money. It was the custody agreement. The court filing revealed that Nicole got primary custody of their 2 daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret. She will have them for about 306 days a year, while Keith Urban will have them for 59. That means Nicole will be with her girls more than 80% of the time. So how did she secure such a strong arrangement? Nicole made a quiet but powerful trade. She gave up spousal support in exchange for custody control. She could have asked for financial payments, but instead, she chose time with her daughters. Would you do the same if you were in her place? For Nicole, it wasn't about dollars. It was about being there for her children. She wanted to be the parent who showed up, not the one away on tour most of the year. Keith Urban, who spends much of his life traveling for concerts, reportedly agreed to the deal. He even prepaid all his child support in one lump sum. That means no monthly payments, no ongoing money discussions, and no tension over financial obligations. This arrangement allowed both parents to move forward peacefully, but it also showed where Nicole's heart truly was. Nicole didn't fight for money because she already had enough. What she didn't have was time, and she wasn't going to lose that to a courtroom battle. She prioritized her daughter's stability and her ability to be present for them every day. Isn't that what real strength looks like? This decision also reflects a deeper truth about her marriage. Financially and emotionally, Nicole and Keith had been living separate lives for years. They didn't build shared wealth. They built separate worlds that eventually drifted apart. The custody agreement simply made that official. Nicole walked away not as a woman defeated by divorce, but as a mother who won what mattered most, is her independence and her children's time.